Welcome to In 5 Minutes. Now we'll write a simple program to find sum and average of three integers. As discussed earlier, writing a program is instructing a computer to perform some task. What is to be input, what is to be calculated, what is to be output, everything we decide and we write in instruction form, and computer is supposed to perform that task. Now I'll be writing this program and explaining the program in three different parts. First I'll write a program, then we'll see how really the program works with a machine, as how output will be shown and what is happening in CPU as the program proceeds further. Now in this case we need to first decide the number of variables, what is input and what is output. I require three variables to input the numbers, that is integers. I require two variables, one for sum and one for average. So in all I require five variables. Now the type of variables, we'll input three variables as integers because that is mentioned in question, and then sum and average will declare as floating point variables because the answers, especially the average, will be a decimal number, that is floating point value. So as usual we begin with our common syntax. At the beginning we write hash include std.h, then hash include count.h, then we start with void space main, and in curly bracket, that is two curly brackets, we enclose the main part of the program. First we need to define the variables. I need a, b, c as int variables, so define int a comma b comma c, and I require sum and average as float variables. I define name as s and v. Now the main part starts. We have to first give a message to input the values, so we like printf enter three numbers. This message can be any simple statement in English, that is, it has nothing to do with the programming logic as such. Then scanf, the main command which is going to input data from user. For that we write scanf. Since three inputs are there and three integer inputs are there, we write 3 times %d. Then we write the variable names with and symbol, there is ampersand symbol, as and a and b and c, the variables to be input from user. Then next step will be to get the sum of the three values, that will write as add a plus b plus c and store answer in s. Next step we can write is to calculate the average, which will be sum upon 3, so you can write s upon 3 store into v. And next two statements will be to output the values of sum and average. So for that we write printf sum is equal to %f, since we are using sum variable as a float, and then put /n. Now /n is to generate a new line because we'll be generating two different outputs. So to take a next output on new line, we'll put \n. Here we'll put value of variable s. Then one more statement to output value of average. We'll write printf average is equal to %f. We write v over here and the statement, and the program terminates. Now let's see the working of program. As the program will start, main will create three variables for integer and two variables s and v for floating point calculations. Then a computer will give a message as enter three numbers on a screen. Now because of scanf, computer will wait for inputs, that is three inputs as three integer inputs. Let's take an example. The inputs were 5, 6 and 7. While inputting the values, you have to just separate them with space, or you can press enter button after every input is done, or you can put them with spaces in between and press enter at the end. Now these values will be accepted by scanf into three variables 5, 6, 7 into ABC. Then computer will do the addition, that is a plus b plus c, and put into s, so it will be 18. And then computer will perform the next operation, that is s upon 3 store into v, which will be 6. And then computer output sum is equal to the value of s, that is 18, at this place. Now it will output 18.0 since it is float, and it will output average avg is equal to value of average, that is avg is equal to 6.0. So when you print it with turbo C, there will be 6 zeros after decimal point. So in the output you will get 18.6 zeros and 6.6 zeros. So that is how the overall program is. Thank you.